So my name is Christopher Batten. I graduated from Phoebus High School in 1995, and I'm currently a professor in electrical and computer engineering at Cornell University. So after I graduated from Phoebus High School, I went to the University of Virginia and earned a bachelor's in electrical engineering. After graduating from UVA, I went to the University of Cambridge to earn my master's in engineering. And then I went to M.I.T, where I earned my doctorate in electrical engineering and computer science. And then I started as a faculty here at Cornell University. So I teach and do research in the area of computer architecture. Computer architecture is really about computer system design. So for example, we look at what type of computer systems should we be building in 5 or 10 years, and how should we build them? So there were a couple of really formative experiences during my time at Phoebus, which really helped create a foundation for me to be successful in science, engineering, and technology. So one of them was the Center for High Technology, so the robotics program specifically. I was actually out of district, and participating in the Center for High Technology was one of the reasons I was able to go to Phoebus. And the robotics program was led by Mr. May when I was there, and it was a fantastic experience. Students were basically in charge of the curriculum. Mr. May would pick out the textbook that we used during the year, but then students would take ownership of specific chapters and teach the other students about the material, prepare problems. It was a very hands-on, project-driven type course. And it really taught me a lot about what engineering actually was. And so I really enjoyed that experience. Another good example would be the science fair. So I was part of the science fair for 2 years. Mrs. Tucker taught the biology program there when I was at Phoebus, and she was a great mentor. And I did a really interesting project, dealt with paramecium, small bacteria. We looked at how bacteria responded to various different environmental conditions and what would happen when the paramecium were exposed to different contrasting conditions and how they would respond to those conditions at the same time. And I had an opportunity to go to various science fairs, and it really helped expose me to science, but also research, how to independently come up with interesting questions, how to design the experiments to answer those questions, and how to evaluate the results to figure out the next set of questions we should ask. I think the third kind of formative experience I had while I was at Phoebus was really the New Horizons Governor School program, where I was able to take physics, but also took advantage of the mentorship program. And so I spent many afternoons every week over at NASA Langley, working with my mentor, Jeffrey Tennille, learning a lot about basically big supercomputers. So they had an IBM SP2, an Intel Paragon. And as a high school student, I had a chance to run some code on these computers, which is pretty rare. And that really taught me a lot about computing. And so for my experiences in the robotics program, about engineering, science fair research, and at the mentorship program, in terms of computing, really shaped what I do today ever since, actually. Now that I've kind of seen what it's like to be a teacher on the other side, now that I'm a professor at a university, I kind of see what it's like to be a teacher. And reflecting back on my time at Phoebus, I really would urge current students to take advantage of the teachers. At least when I was there, and I'm sure it's still the case, the teachers are more than willing to go above and beyond to help students that are excited about learning and want to get engaged. And I saw that time and again.